let's jump over to this, and this is kind of interesting as well because so it started at 3.5. Then it went to, I checked yesterday, it was 1.5. Now it's back up to 2.5. So it's been jumping all around. And the over-under here is 47.5. Gerald, I'll let you start this one first. What are your early predictions, leans on this betting line in this game?
Stay far away from it.
It's down. It's down, isn't it?
Is it?
It's at 1.5 now.
No, I just checked before the show. It went back up to 2.5.
Jeez. They must have, a lot of people must have hammered that.
No,
yeah, I know.
Nobody knows what the heck. Like if I'm not a bettor, but if I was, I'd stay as far away from this game as I possibly could. I think 2.5 is absolutely the right line. I think I've got it 24-21. I think I've got Texas because it's hard for me to see past the burnt orange glasses in a lot of ways. But ultimately, when I look at it, I think if Texas can get the ground game going, I feel really confident about that pick. But I think it's going to be a tight, low-scoring game. I think that is if I have to put my biggest prediction is that it's going to be a tight, low-scoring game. I think I don't think either team gets blown out in this one. I don't think either team runs away with it. I think it's, like I said, it's going to come down to a field goal kicker or a last-second touchdown, that kind of thing. But I've got Texas 24-21 because I've got to root for him, right? I've got to go Horns because I don't have money on
it. I didn't. After Ohio State blew the doors off Tennessee, I still picked Oregon until the last second.
Garrison, I'll let you go.
So I have 24-20 Ohio State. I think that what wins Ohio State this game is having them. I think we have more guys that can make big plays on each side of the ball, and that's why I think Ohio State wins. I would hammer that under though. I would hammer that. Yeah. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I will be amazed if anybody gets to 30 points in this game. I would be amazed.
Aaron, JJ getting 2 touchdowns. Come on, we held the man to 1 catch for 3 yards. Now, do I think
that's one?
That's one. Oh, I know. It's not going to happen again. You guys will. I mean, you guys kind of gave up on giving him in the ball that game. You're not going to do that this game. I bet he gets involved super early with reverses, screens, shots down the field. I think he goes for 5 catches for 60 yards, something like that.
Damn, David, every.
See, I'm not going to say that. I'll let him say that. But yeah, I mean, I've been confident in this game. I think it's a really close, low-scoring game. I don't see it being a high-scoring affair. I think whatever team can run the ball the best is probably going to end up winning this game, just kind of like the last game. And that's the thing, too. I don't think people realize, Will Howard's just threat to run the football in last game. Texas had to account for that until Julian Sayin shows me I'm going to pull this football and run. Like you said, Garrison, are you going to have those read options, zone reads? I'm going to let him run and see what happens. I mean, if he wants to run, go ahead, but you're going to have to prove it to me first. And he is more mobile than people say. I completely agree with that, but he's going to have to prove it to me as well. So I'm going to go Texas 23-17, low-scoring game. People are going to overreact to whatever side wins this game. I'm not, because I think these two teams probably have the capability more than most teams in college football of growing from the first week to the last week of the season. That's the type of talent, but that it's unproven that we're going to see in this game.
I would be shocked for us to have to do another preview toward the end of the year. I think regardless of who wins, I think these two teams could very well meet again in the postseason, very much so.
I'll tell you what, if we beat you guys. See, here's the thing. You guys haven't been writing checks. So it's easy but I have a lot of screenshots, got a lot of audio that I've clipped from other Texas shows. And if we lose, I'll just have to delete it all. And if we win,
empty the clip,
and again, I hold on to grudges. I'm not over 2006. I'm not over what happened in the Fiesta Bowl. One game doesn't make that up. One playoff game that led to a national championship does not make up for that for me. So, and I love beating Texas. I want to beat Texas. I think that and I wouldn't blame any Texas fan for wanting to beat Ohio State. I think it's really cool to have these matchups. I think as a college football fan, I feel pretty lucky as an Ohio State fan to see my team play Texas 4 times in my lifetime. in the last 25 years. I think that's really cool. And every time it's happened, man, it's always been on a big stage. So, at the end of the day, Vince Young ain't walking through that door. So,
well, he might show up in Columbus, but he won't be playing.
I think he's on the payroll, so he might actually be there.
That is true. Yeah, I think he did show up to Alabama, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he was on the sideline for the Alabama game.
Yeah.
So
by the way, just on a different note, I was so happy you guys won that game because I stand by this. Had Arch played that game the year prior, the full game, you guys are blowing their doors off in that one too. I'll tell you what, man. There's only been a few Saban killers in college football history, and oddly, Quinn Ewers has been a Saban killer.
Well, that was like the best version we ever got from him. The dude was throwing 50-yard laser missiles down the field, and we never saw that again from him. It was always these rainbow lollipop shots after that.
Had he stayed with us, he'd be a first-round pick.
No, he'd be Kyle McCord. He would have been cut.
You got to live with those choices, Quinn. You got to live with those choices, those 7th-round choices.
Yeah, I think it's going to be – I mean, this is just going to be an awesome game. I mean, like the 5th time we've played in the history of our programs, and we'll play again next year in Austin for the 6th time. And guys, if you want to grab any merch from the college football store, go ahead and do that. We just launched a merch shop, and they have some really cool stuff over there. I'm going to get the camo Texas hat for the Voice of College Football. Rock that on here as soon as I get it for the post-game show. Hopefully for the Ohio State game, we'll have to see about that. But you guys can join us there at the post-game show. But also, I will be joining Garrison on the Ohio State call-in show Thursday. I think we're going to launch our call-in show that Thursday as well. We'll combine, do a simulcast again. So that's going to be a lot of fun there. You can also follow Garrison right there on X at Buckeye Gaddy. You can follow Gerald right there on X, Blue Sky, also his Longhorn Pod on Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, just like the Voice of College Football. And you can follow me right there on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it as well. It goes, I picked Texas, Garrison picked Ohio State, Gerald picked Texas. So we're just representing our teams, I guess.
You guys are so biased.
Yeah, we could say the same. But that's the thing too, like going into last year's game, I thought you guys were going to win. You guys ended up winning. I feel more confident about this game just because I think the step back you're going to take slightly on defense, slightly. Like again, when I say a step back, they're going to go from the best defense in the country. If they go to the 5th, that's a slight step back. That's what I think they'll probably go to. I think that'll be enough to where we'll be able to make a little bit more plays. Either of you guys, you want to say anything before we get out of here?
No. Why say anything when I can just do this?
Gerald, we got to counteract that.
I've got Longhorn the right way behind me, Longhorn the right way on my shirt. Got to throw them up.